Hi Nigel, it's now been 22 days since 5 grooming gang survivors demanded an apology for you after you misrepresented them in a press conference. It's also 22 days since any of the press have ever mentioned it since. Politicians, police, teachers, social workers, everybody let those 5 down when they were children. And how shameful it is that you've done the same when they're adults. Like, I know you've got a lot going on. Tomorrow your friend and colleague gets sentenced for spewing Russian propaganda in the EU Parliament for money, for being a Russian asset. In fact, for saying the things that you used to say in the European Parliament. And a bit like with the grooming gang survivors, it's weird how the press just let you off. Like the time that you said you'd never met the Russian ambassador. And this is your photo, meeting the Russian ambassador. I mean, give you credit, Nigel, you're consistent. Today, there were big questions in Parliament over the fact that they found out that there was a Russian spy ship on the coast of Scotland. Bizarrely, you didn't turn up. I mean, I could be hypothesising that you didn't need to because you already knew what was happening. Like maybe you had inside info. I don't know. I'm literally just asking questions. I mean, in fairness, I'm not the only person asking questions. Like this expert was talking about how people spewing Putin's disinformation get amplified online by bots. Now, interestingly, Nigel, reform get amplified by bots, don't they? And I would have thought, to be fair, if you really cared about Homeland Security, you'd find out who was sponsoring the bots that support you. Because surely you wouldn't be so stupid as to just think somebody's going to help you out for a laugh. I mean, saying that, I'm beginning to think that lots of things are a joke, like British journalism. I'm surprised that more people aren't asking more questions about you. Peter Jukes and Carol Cadwallader are literally screaming into the abyss, pointing out how you link with so many seedy characters. I said the other day it was a little bit embarrassing that you were in the Epstein files. I mean, it's not even like you were just in there once. 20 times your name comes up. And just for clarity, there's no suggestion at all that you were involved in any of the sex trafficking stuff that went on. And whilst we tend to focus about that side of things with Epstein, we can forget that he was a man of influence that seemingly was helping out your friend Steve Bannon. Like my old mum used to say, be careful the company you keep, because people will think that you're like them. Changing the subject, it's been fascinating today watching your people come out to defend you over the fact that The Guardian have written quite an extensive article about the fact that it's very clear that when you were at school, you seem to be a bit of a Hitler fanboy. But their reframing of it is really interesting. Like, how on earth could anybody accuse you, Nigel, of being a little bit of a fascist? That'll be you, a populist, unelected leader of a party who intends to be Prime Minister, surrounding himself with his mates as opposed to elected officials, who can't be asked to do any real work, a person that masquerades as a patriot whilst all the time lining his own pocket, who seemingly doesn't really have any problem with his colleagues being racist. So it strikes me the Guardian article is quite relevant really, because there seems to be no change in your beliefs since when you were a teen to now. Anyway, going back to this one, sorry that you've lost your only member of the Senate for a couple of weeks. I just don't understand why you can't get into your thick skull that you have to vet the people that you're choosing to be your elected officials. This is a reform councillor who owes a county council nearly 30 grand in unpaid business rates. And that's before we've even started looking at his dodgy dealings. It never ceases to amaze me how many chances people give you. Brexit was economic self-harm to the UK, but they're still giving you another shot at it. When you were in charge of UKIP, you had some councils, and they were a financial disaster. And just yesterday, Kent revealed that they had had an unprecedented increase of their debt because of reform. It's a pattern of behaviour that really shouldn't be ignored. Today, Leicestershire County Council has lost another reform councillor. For one council to have an unprecedented loss under reform, well, that's just unlucky, isn't it? But 2, since Durham have been led by reform, they also now have a larger deficit by £11 billion. Meanwhile, in Warwickshire, the 19-year-old that you put in charge of their council is given an apology to people because he's having to take down their Union Jacks and their St George crosses because he wants to put up Christmas lights. But he's gone on the record to reassure people that their flags are safe and they can come and pick them up after Christmas. Maybe Captain Chaos could go on the record and reassure people that their social care is safe and their SEN provision is safe, as opposed to posing in a high-vis jacket, making out that the pothole repairs that they're doing are longer lasting than anybody else's. Because even somebody with a minuscule amount of critical thinking skills would realise that you can't say that until the potholes, or the fixed potholes, have been working for a number of years. Because just because you filled it in, it doesn't mean it's longer lasting, does it? Here she is with your head of local government, Jamie McAvoy. That'll be Jamie that got kicked out with the Tories because allegedly he sent a dick pic to somebody. Seriously, Nigel, vet your people. Anyway, don't forget the apology to the grooming gang survivors. As you were.